put your hands on down. The best friend, she went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting, I'm gonzo. Headed where the homie live, cause it's on though. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo. So my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong.
Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
And this is just a little touch pass. They set the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
In motion is the tight end, Graham. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Now Lawrence on first down. It's caught outright by Graham. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it, but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 48 yards for him already. An excellent drive to kick off this divisional round matchup. That might be an understatement. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end. Being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block. And you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on third and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on fourth down. Do you really have a play you believe in? Or are you just hopeful, and you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called?
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
second down. Here's Davis Price. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Davis Price will try to pick it up. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points. Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own. One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
80 weapons. Lead up, pilot, 64,
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Look at me. Hey, Haywood. Hey, Orban.
Lawrence. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this
on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Jaguars take over a 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Again, 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 27-yard line.
A give running right, ETN. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
You ready? Hey, go! Hey, Delta!
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over-pursuing, and making a very nice play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. A few moving pieces on that play, because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
65 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. First down, and they go right back to Davis Price. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Andre Sisco there on the stop.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Davis Price once more. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. James Crochet, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0.
Justin Tucker to kick off the Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Hey, exit.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
After the interception, here's Jackson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Dobbins running out of the gun. And some space here. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 31, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
This time Jackson will throw it.
Able to locate Andrews here on the out route.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Hey, box rush.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
On first down, Lawrence.
And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights. And they'll cut the lead to 17-7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Second down, and again it's Davis Price.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
73 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right.
That is caught, Rashad Bateman.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Play action. Now Jackson.
Crossing the field, Beckham makes a catch. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Second down, and again it's Davis Price.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
Ty Davis Price
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Justin Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And Graham on the grab. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Lawrence going to throw again.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk from 4 yards out.
And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 40.
A give left side for Davis Price.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Going for it, here's Davis Price. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Dancing to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd down, and again it's Davis Price. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. On 3rd down, here's Davis Price. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So While it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Pass complete. Graham finding space at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Justin Matabike working his way to the quarterback that time.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Lawrence's throw taken in by Ridley here. On an excellent tackle there as they keep him inbounds and hold him to no gain. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a third down and very long. The Ravens going to move on to another week in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.